Hi, good morning. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is Curve Flattening Concert number 725. We're on a nice, solid number there, and I see lots of folks checking in. Rhonda Scott Merrick, Steve Davidson, Tom Dietz, Linda Worster, Audrey Bernheimer, Jim Greco here on time, amazingly. Ken Nashif and Heidi McClure and Jerry and Keegan the dog, and Slim Edelman and Michael Tierson and Mike Schnabel. That's who's here so far, and we will just kind of get right into it here. I have two Charlie photos this morning, but first let's clink. Just clinking with water today, full disclosure. Here's to you all. And I hope you're all having a good day and that we'll have a good week and that the tide will turn. So I have two Charlie photos for you today, and I see we have Connie Copy and Dave Van Allen and Marlene Burke and Charlie Bryant and Aretta and Ron and David Arthur Radcliffe and John Rossi and Jean-Pierre Cador and Dave Mason and I said Slim Edelman, and I think that's it. So two Charlie photos today. The first one, let me see which one is which. I think this was the good shot I got of him out in the backyard. You see Charlie, and behind him is the statue of Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. And that's Elon Musk's favorite statue, I'm told. Maybe I got that wrong. And but it was Janice's favorite statue, and so it remains in the garden as a tribute to her memory. And then we also have a picture, a rare picture. I usually don't embarrass Charlie like this, but this is Charlie's... This is Charlie in what Rick Williams calls his power pissing position. Charlie's an alpha dog, and when he pisses, he just lets it be known that he's solid on all 4 feet. And we won't dwell on that, but that's my boy this morning. Right now he's asleep underneath the camera tripod, so if tremors occur, you'll know why. Okay, so... let's get into some music here. The first, I have a bunch of, I should tell you, like, my left hand is progressing. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was. That cortisone stuff, I have to read up on that and see why it works. But it seems to be working, at least kind of. I still have to warm up a little bit. And as if, like Murphy's Law, a lot of the requests today are left hand intensive, but I'll do my best with them. And this first one is not. It was a request from my dear friend Bill Rubenstein, with whom I have shared many a wonderful time, meals, revolutions, all kinds of stuff. Bill and I go back to Kent State, and it was very fitting that he should request this song. Speaking of compassion, this is a song about empathy and compassion, and it was written by the late, great Phil Oakes. Show me the prison, show me the jail, show me the prison man whose face is growing pale, and I'll show you a young man with many reasons why. There but for fortune may go you or I. Show me the train. Show me the hobo who sleeps out in the rain. And I'll show you a young man with many reasons why. There but for fortune may go you or I. Show me the whiskey stains on the floor. Show me the drunken man as he stumbles out the door. And I'll show you a young man with many reasons why. And there but for fortune may go you or I. Show me the country where the bombs had to fall. Show me the ruins of the buildings once so tall. And I'll show you a young land with so many reasons why. There but for fortune may go you or I. Or I. There but for fortune by Phil Oakes, and still a very, that's an evergreen song, a song that will always be relevant. Karen Beatty, my dear friend, is here, and Mike Carr is going back to bed. That's good. Keep him off the streets, folks. And Debbie Moore is here, and Donna Greenberg, and Cliff Brown up there in New Hampshire or Vermont, New Hampshire, I think, and Jim Moore, my good friend, who I spoke with at length yesterday. And Bunny Barnes is here. So Bunny is here, so I'm going to do her song next. I'm going to change up the order so I make sure to get her song in for her. And Linda Worcester and Kathy Craw up there in Canada, and Kathy Marzik and Lori Payne and all my friends, Jeanette Pasqua. I saw yesterday Jeanette's husband, Rich, is a wonderful guitar builder, and he brought one of his guitars over for me to check out. And they gave Charlie lots of treats and belly rubs. Eben Atwater is here, and Mike Verbeek, and Carol Pred, and Michael Miller, and Kate Mack. I could go on, and Rob Bulkley. Hi, Rob. And so for Bunny, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change up the order. Some of you may notice that every concert I post usually about 45 minutes before the concert. I will post I'll post a post with the songs I'm going to play, and it's usually in the order I play them. And sometimes I do a what's that football term I usually use? Whatever. Anyhow, this song was written by Tim O'Brien and Pat Alger, and it was always a real favorite of mine. I recorded it on a CD, and And I always told Janice this is one song I wish I had written for her. And so I actually couldn't play it for several years after Jan passed away. But it's Bunny's birthday, and after I get back to my other guitar that isn't in drop D, I will play a birthday song for Bunny. But first I will do this from Tim O'Brien and Pat Alger. There was a time when we'd be the last to leave, watching the sun come up while everyone fell asleep. The music was always loud, and I'd smoke and drink too much until I fell in your arms and into your loving touch. Now as the years go by, time has reeled me in. I've slowed down a notch or two from the way I was then. Those old ways of mine, I've left them behind. Those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. Remember the time when we'd pack our bags and run, chasing some crazy dream into the rising sun. And now as the twilight falls, I find that I'm satisfied just watching the fire glow, so long as you're by my side. Here in my heart it seems time has passed me by. I love you as much today as the very first time. Now I still want you the way that I wanted you then. If I could do it all over, I'd do it all over again. Those old ways of mine, I've left them behind. Those crazy days are through. The only thing I still do, like I used to do, is carry this torch for you. Like I Used to Do by Tim O'Brien and Pat Alger. It's Bunny's birthday, and a lot of times when it's somebody's birthday, my go-to is the Reverend Gary Davis style birthday song. But for Bunny, that just would not be correct. So I tried to work up a little Chet birthday song for her. It may be good, it may not, but we'll see. you go, Bunny. I even put on a thumb pick for it. So happy birthday to Bunny and any other birthday children out there today who I may not know about or may not have noticed. And we will go on from there because time's a flying. So next up is Carol Pratt requested this, and this is a favorite jazz standard of mine. I don't play it that often because it's a favorite, so I feel like I've overdone it, but I haven't overdone it, so here it is. It's called My One and Only Love. my one and only love. And so for our little very short guitar lesson for today, or music lesson, usually when I play these songs, I know every chord I play, I know that it's there for a reason, and I know how it fits into the structure of the piece of the music. But that's usually. Every once in a while, you just find a sound you like. It may not make any sense within the context of the chord progression of the tune, and you use it anyhow. So in this song, I use this one where it goes. This all makes sense. This does, but this doesn't, and this doesn't. But I just love the sound of it there. I don't even know what to call it. There's many names it could go by. So I told you it'd be a short music lesson. I'm a man of my word. So let's see where we are here. If I'm missing any people, I think I said hi to most of you. Let me see if there's anybody in there who I missed. Pam Zappardino is here. I didn't get to say hi to her before. And yeah, I think I got it covered. If I'm missing any of you, I apologize. Janet Wacker is here. I'm scrolling. JJ's here. Hey, JJ. He's on YouTube, as is Jean-Pierre Cadora. And that's about it. I said hi to Rob Bulkley, so I think I'm all the way back there. Okay. So, and Kate Mack. I said hi to Kate Mack. Next up, so what did we do? I've done 3 songs already. That means it's time for the announcements. And there are invisibles sometimes. George Young is one of them. And he's in Winter Garden, Florida. And Mario Prue, who built this gorgeous guitar for me, which I dearly love. And I'm playing it today for a particular reason. I'll tell you in a minute. And maybe Judith Fox, maybe Joel Biget, who knows. I'm playing it today because this guitar was designed by Mario to have an extremely short scale, which means you tune the strings to pitch. They're not quite as tight as they would be on a guitar with a longer scale. And there are tonal implications, and people argue about what sounds better, short scale or long scale. But it's hard with the short scale guitar to get it to be really loud. And Mario, because of the outside the box thinking that he does as a luthier, managed to make this small bodied guitar that just has a lot of bass response, and it's a beautiful instrument. Anyhow, I'm using it today because I want to take it easy on my left hand, and we're playing these hard tunes. With the shorter scale, it requires less string pressure, and the reaches are a little shorter if I have long reaches. So that's my excuse. The other guitar I used before was the OM18 from Martin, this one. And this guitar, around the late 1920s, Martin invented the Dreadnought. But until they invented that, it's a kind of medium to small-bodied guitar. But before the Dreadnought, this orchestra model guitar was the biggest guitar that Martin made. So compared to my other guitars, which are even smaller, it's pretty big, and it has really nice bass response. So I use it in drop D tuning, which is what we wanted for that tune for Bunny there. And like that. So that's the guitars for today. PayPal link right there. There it is. And Venmo, if you'd like to leave a little something. And to the schedule, I talked about my hand is getting better little by little. The schedule, on May 4th, I will be in Kent, Ohio, and I'll probably get into Kent on Friday night, which will be May 2nd. And you Ohioans, we should talk. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I have a lot of little obligations here and there. I have to rehearse with Magpie and see them socially and play the gig and see you guys if I'm lucky. And I heard from an old friend of mine who's actually one of my first girlfriends in college, and she's going to be there. I haven't talked to her or seen her since 1970, and like that. So get in touch if you're gonna be around, and we'll see what we can figure out. Maybe on Saturday we can get together somewhere. Um, I have Steve Kaufman's camp in Maryville, Tennessee, June 8th through the 14th. That's a great big camp. And I have Sam W. on July 13th through 19th, which is a great medium-sized camp, the greatest medium-sized camp in my book. And then Old Songs on June 27th through 29th. I'll be backing up Magpie, as I will be doing in Kent. I think that's all of the announcements. And I am on right now. Monday, I don't know who's on. Tuesday, Cozy and Charlie will be on, and you can check in with them, and they'll be playing wonderful, uplifting stuff as they always do. And then I'll be back on Wednesday at 3:00 with my usual dirge-like presentation. Okay, so let's see where we are. I'm out of order here, so I don't know what to do next. So I already did this, so I didn't do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll do Skylark. And when I texted Cozy this morning, she was talking, she texted me back, said I'm on the phone with Susie. So Susie Burke, our dear friend, she got in touch with me last week and said, do you want to talk? And I was in the middle of something and I couldn't, so I have to get back to her now. And we get together every once in a while, since we're kind of widow and widower. We're old friends and who went through some tough stuff with each other. I mean, with each other, we went through some tough things. Each of us went through, and we try to stay in touch and catch up and support each other. But I thought of Susie because this song I'm going to do, Skylark by Hoagie Carmichael, was actually one that Susie sang for me on the Songbirds CD. And she did a beautiful version of it. So whenever I think of Skylark now, I think of Susie. So this is Skylark by Hoagie Carmichael, and it was requested by... I don't think I remember. Anyhow, somebody requested it. I thank you for requesting it. So... here we go. Trying to get into the gear in B flat. Skylark by Hoagie Carmichael. And I love Hoagie Carmichael. I should go back and watch To Have and Have Not yet again with the first appearance together of Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, and Hoagie Carmichael plays the piano in the bar and plays the Hong Kong blues, and I forget what else he might play. So I was going to sing a half verse of that, but I can't remember it. Anyhow, next up, this one is my request. And it's also in B flat. What am I doing to myself here? So I first heard this song from my friend Buffy Groves, and then I sought it out. I found out it was written by a woman named Frances Landisman, and she was a kind of part of the beatnik scene in New York City in the 50s, and she wrote this. It's kind of like a beatnik jazz standard. It's called Spring Can Really Hang You Up the Most. Spring this year has me feeling like a horse that's never left the post. Well, I lie in my room, staring at the ceiling. Spring can really hang you up the most. Morning's kiss wakes the trees and flowers, and to them I like to drink a toast. But I walk in the park just to kill the lonely hours. Spring can really hang you up the most. All afternoon the birds twitter twit. You know the tune. This is love, this is it. I've heard it before, and don't I know the score? But I have decided that love is a bore. Love seems sure at the new year, and now it's April. Love is just a ghost. You know spring arrived on time, but what became of you, dear? Spring can really hang you up the most. Love came my way, I thought it would last. We had our day, now that's all in the past. Spring came along, a season of song, filled with sweet promise, but something went wrong. Doctors once prescribed a tonic, sulfur and molasses was the dose. You know it didn't help at all. My condition must be chronic. Spring can really hang you up the most. Spring can really hang you up. the most. And I was just remembering as I was playing that, I actually first heard it as an instrumental by Bucky Pizzarelli on an album of his. I think it was called Love Songs. It was just solo guitar, 7-string. You know, Bucky was a disciple of the great George Van Epps and the inventor of the 7-string jazz guitar. And I heard that song and I thought, boy, that's beautiful. I didn't know anything about the lyrics or anything like that. And then I met Buffy up at Sam W. the first year we went there, 2001, and she sang that song for me. And I said, I know that song. That's great. So anyhow, I see Frank Mato is here, and Judy Wong, my dear friend, and Leonard Augenstein from Bavaria. And see if I'm missing anybody else. I think I got most of you. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. And Charlie just moaned, made one of his little sounds. I try to talk back to Charlie when he has a lot of vocalizations. He doesn't howl or anything, but he has various groans. And so when he groans, I try to imitate it, mimic it back to him and see if he responds. And Michael Tierson, my heart is with you. We all know what it is like at these times. Renee Botten is here and from Colorado Springs, and great bunch of people. I thank you all for joining me. So this one is going to be an interesting experiment. This is the Scott Joplin rag, The Entertainer. And we'll see how it goes. As I told you the other day, I arranged this, probably in 1969 or something like that. And I was very proud of the arrangement. And I think over the years, if I started from scratch again, I'd probably do it in a different key, and it would be a much more efficient ergonomics to it. But it is what it is, and we'll see if I can get through it. Here we go. entertainer. So, as always, I thank you for joining me. And I hope I will see you again on Wednesday. I hope your week is a good week. I hope my week is a good week. I hope Charlie the dog's week is a good week. And for all dogs everywhere, as well as the inferior humans who live with them, I wish you a good week. So here's a little mantra for you. I wonder if I could do a classical rag mantra. Be happy, be healthy, be brave, be calm, be kind. It's a snap. If you get cranky, take a nap. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Watch Cozy on Tuesday.